There's a lot of controversy with TikTok right now, but I just think they're all the same. TikTok is just probably Chinese propaganda, whereas YouTube and Instagram and all your other ones and Facebook, they're just American propaganda. It always makes me laugh how people think, they always say how Putin has complete control over his population and utilizes propaganda, but our governments don't. Of course they do. Every person controls its population through propaganda and by limiting what its population can see. And at the moment, Facebook and YouTube is just as bad for privacy, in my opinion, and it's just as bad as preaching an agenda. The thing with these social media apps is they don't show you things that you want to see. Yes, okay, there is some element of like, I've watched that stuff, so I want to see, I'm going to show you more of it, but they all run on algorithms. They don't run on anything other than algorithms, and these platforms show you what they want you to see, not what you want to see, but what they want you to see. Of course, they sneak in a few things that you want to see, because otherwise you get bored of it and you'll leave, but then they can sneak in things that they want you to see, agendas that they want you to have. And probably American people in power don't want you to see what the Chinese agendas are, but then we've got our own agendas. I mean, I'm not American, but English and American were so tied, we have similar things going on, right? But America just want to show you their agendas, and they want you to buy into what they want you to buy into, and they'll show you loads of it. It's all algorithms, and the less we can be just generally pliable and open to manipulation and propaganda, the better and the happier we're all going to be. And I was thinking about this the other day too, is why are there so many people from minority groups that get pulled into these agendas first? And I think it's because of seeking belonging. It's why also it's teenagers and it's children, because again, who didn't feel misunderstood as a teenager? And if you're going through something where you feel like you're a minority, you feel misunderstood. And this is literally how they recruit for ISIS. I've watched so many documentaries on how they recruit, I just find it interesting, like why people would go for it and why people would fall for it. And that's what they do, is they find people that don't have a strong family unit, or they don't feel like they belong, or they don't feel they have belonging anywhere, and they go in and they sort of say, hey, we'll be your family, we'll be your friends, we'll be your community. And they're people that don't feel that they fit in community for whatever reason. These people, it's how gangs form too. They just come along and they're like, hey, join our gang, join our family. And you'll have people that understand you, and meanwhile that they can brainwash these people into their agendas. And the only way we can really fight this is by being self-sovereign, by being strong in ourselves and not falling for any type of agenda or anything that's thrown at us on social media. Like, don't fall for anything, don't go with anything, don't believe anything you see, question everything and sit with it within yourself. We're also, I notice, being drawn into all these shorts as well. Like, everything's got to be really short information now. No one wants to sit and watch long videos anymore. It's got to be squeezed into 40 seconds, else someone zones out. And I feel like this is another agenda, because what can you really say of meaning in 40 seconds? What can you really show in 40 seconds? Is this really the benchmark of times that you have to get something out in, else no one's interested anymore? I don't know. I just think that they all as bad as one another, to be honest. And if you want to use them, or we're going to be on them, we have to be beyond brainwashing. And that can be crafty sometimes. They're not just going to go on the side that we've already been aware of. They're going to come onto the other side. They're going to kind of try and filtrate from all areas, right? And the only way that we can really see through it is by having a strong sovereign mind that really connects, meditation, right, that really connects to ourselves. And we don't believe really anything we read from any side on socials. Everything comes from our own connection to self, and that's a path. And I feel sorry for kids and teenagers and young people, because it takes a while to develop that, to be strong in your character. And by going in and targeting children like this and young people, we can't really expect them to have that strength of character yet. And those that don't have strong family units and strong communities, they're the ones that are going to suffer and fall for it, because they feel misunderstood and they feel like no one identifies with them. And I think that, personally, I think the issue is the lack of community, and this got bigger over COVID, and I think that's why everything's gotten even worse from lockdowns, because there's no community anymore. There's nobody to support these people that feel like they're not welcome, or they don't belong, or they don't have family, or they don't have friends. There's no one there to support these people. And in the old, back in the day, we used to have much stronger communities and people and groups that would come together and support those that were struggling, or those that needed help, or, there was just community options for these people, and they're just not there anymore, apart from people that already think like them. And then we're just getting these really, really intense bubbles of opinion, which I think we didn't have when we had stronger community ties. And I do think that is what could really help, just because they're not your children. Like, maybe if parents, opened up, or other people's kids could speak to other adults, that would help, rather than them only having these online places to go to where they can be fed any old thing that's really harmful for them and really harmful for society. But anyways, that's just my opinion on all that stuff. And yeah, I've got to go out now, but I hope everyone's good, and chat soon.